Hi friends, I hope you're doing well today. It's another very cold day in Ohio. So I've got one more card to show you that we did on my Customer Appreciation Day. And this is the card that we made. It's using retired paper and stamps and stuff, but it was just, I just loved this paper. And Evening Evergreen and that Soft Succulent were like my favorite colors. So, we did that on Saturday. It's a pretty card. Just a pretty card. So I'm using different paper and stamp sets today. So I have a piece of thick basic white. It is scored. This piece is 8.5 by 11, so it's scored at 5.5 on the 11-inch side. And then on each end, it is scored at 2 1/8 all the way. So you line it up and just score it. Score it. And I turn it around and I scored it on 2 1/8 again all the way through. Like that. Scored it. And there you go. Now you could use your paper trimmer because you're going to cut one section off. So I'm just trying to get it lined up. So I just have it lined up in the track, in this track, and you can also see it through here. But you need to cut all the way up to this middle score line, and there's a little tick mark in the middle of this blade, so you can see roughly where you were. And if you don't get it perfect, we can adjust, so no worries. I'm going to do it this way, so it's down here. 2 1/8. And do the same thing. Like that. So now you have these panels. Okay, put that away for right now. So we've got that base. That's how that's going to go. And then we are needing to have some, oh, I didn't even cut out a base DSP, did I? So we are going to need I think a 4 1/8. 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 for the very front of the card as well. This is what the other side is of that DSP. But I'm going to put that's going to go there. Okay. So I see that I pressed a little hard on my cutter, and that's what gets, if your blade is still pretty new and you get that, the rough on your paper, it's because you're pressing too hard. Usually, if your blade is still pretty new, so you don't want to press too hard. So I am going to use my scissors, and I'm just going to cut off these flaps because we don't need those. Those you can use for scrap. Trying to see the line. I like the thick basic white. It just is a more stronger card base. It holds up straight. And it's like I noticed that I probably didn't have this quite lined up well enough. So it's okay to like take off a smidge. You can do it with your scissors or the paper trimmer, but I think I'm going to do the paper trimmer. I just want to take off a smidge. Let's see if I can do a smidge. I think I didn't do enough of a smidge. No, still not enough. I need a little bit more. Let's try this. That's better. Maybe that's just a little bit better. Because what you're gonna find is that these doors aren't gonna want to shut just right. Very good. that one looks okay. I'm just looking to see if I have like a bump of the score line showing that I didn't quite cut it just right. So you want to make sure that that meets there. And then do your score line. And I also recommend that you maybe take off a hair so that you have some breathing room here on each end, because it's gonna, this cardstock is thicker, so it might not give you much of a wiggle room. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna fold this in. That looks pretty good. And this in. How is that? Because this needs to go like this, and this needs to go like this. And that worked. Okay, that's good. Okay. I think I'm going to cut this corner off just a little bit. There. Okay. So you can put your front piece on. That goes right there. So we'll put that on. I also think if you get paper that has some foiling in it, that would look really sharp. I just want to use this paper. It's my ink going to be all gone almost. A little glue goes a long way. Adhesive in general, I mean, you don't have to put a ton. You want to put enough to make sure that your card stays put, but not so much that you leave it on the edges. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm going to use this foiled gold in the annual, that's in the annual catalog. I'll put this green on there. A lot of times if I have a lot of colors that are coordinating in the paper, I may use lots of different patterns. It just depends. But this paper is just really pretty, delightful kind of paper. I am going to need to get me some more glue. It doesn't want to come out. Something else you can do with your glue is you can always open the other side. That's for the, they have a wide tip. So there's that piece. And will we have enough in for the next one? I have tried a lot of glues. Going through COVID, being home and crafting, you find that your supplier runs out of their adhesive. I'm going to let that sit. I'm going to get another one out. Get one of the baby ones out. They run out of their adhesive, and so you try somebody else's just so you can have some adhesive. I know I had that problem because everybody, Stampin' Up, everybody was running out of supplies when COVID hit, and so many places were shut down that I started experimenting with other stuff because I had to have the things I needed to craft. So there's that. And those panels can go right here. Remember, not a lot. It doesn't take a lot of adhesive, especially not this glue. Just letting it go down the drain when you put too much on. There's that panel. Here's this panel. And also, when you put too much glue on, you'll find your paper will start warping. Especially if you buy a cheaper brand of paper, it will definitely warp. It's like it's getting wet, very wet. Okay, there's that. So I had, the gold was 2 by 5 3/8. That was the first layer. I had 2 of those. This DSP is 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. These are like the gold. They're 2 by 5 3/8. They're going on the inside right here, so they can be bigger. They don't have a layer on them. So there we go. So Monday's typically my crafting day, but not always, but pretty much. Pretty much I'm usually in here. There are other things that I have to fit in if I have appointments, or if, you know, we have things that we need to get done. And I try and use this day for certain that I can spend pretty much all day in my craft room. And it works out that it's just so stinking cold outside, which I don't mind the cold. I don't mind staying inside either, but in Ohio, they just do not have the gear to wear outside like they do up in Alaska. In Alaska, you can just go to REI Co-op or someplace like that and get something that you want to wear. So that's how that's going to work. So now we will work on, got a sentiment, and we've got, I'm going to be using this stamp set, Softly Sophisticated. Let's see where that is. That's right here. If you spend $100, you get this stamp set and this cool embossing folder. That's a $100 free purchase. So I got that one in my last order. And let's see, the paper that I'm using is this, the Sunny Days DSP. So I am using that paper today. So all free stuff. This, I used a punch for the sentiment. Let's see where that is. I was starting to clean up a little bit, but I don't think, oh, it's right there on my desk. Handmade tag. That's out of the current catalog. So I use that for this little thing. And I'm going to put hello there on there. Hello there's that. Yes, it is. Okay. A block. I think I'm going to do it in maybe black. I'm going to do my black ink here. You can do this way, you know, or you can make it square, whichever way you want. I'm going to do it this way. I just kind of line it up on this. Oh, I got to mention that Stampin' Up, usually during Celebration, that's usually one of their best sign-up times. And if you sign up to be a demonstrator, it costs $99 and you get $125 in product from their mini catalog, from their annual catalog. You can do online exclusive items. It just does not include Celebration. That first order does not include that. But you pick your $99. You can sign up under me. And then you, for the $125, like I said, you can pick whatever you want out of their 2 catalogs that they offer or online. And you also get their glass mat. And it's like, oh my gosh, I wish I had gotten it, but I just couldn't afford to do it at the time. I'd already placed my big order. I already had it all ready to go when they made the offer, and I couldn't do it. Couldn't afford it. So anyway, I'm hoping that they do if they have some left, because they have it primarily for the celebration period, I'm hoping that they will have some left and I can buy one then. But if you sign up now, you get it for free. It's a $60 value. I'm just stamping that off because I don't want it so dark. But I do want that right there. Like that. I wonder if there are any little stamps in this box. Little flowers. I know this fills in this. Wonder what that is. That's probably on that big stamp. Right there, I think. I'm gonna try something. Okay, watch out. I'm gonna try something. This glass mat, it comes with a tray that is sticky on the bottom, and it'll stick to the glass mat. The glass mat's like 14 by 17. And it also comes with a chamois to clean it, because it was easy cleanup. You can stamp off on this. You can ink off with your brushes on this. On their glass mat. You can do it on this one too. This one's just a cheap one that I had. But let's see if I can put that bud right there. Yeah. I wonder if I can do that again. I'm going to put it right there. I like that. And I think one more. One more. We're going to put that right there. I think that looks pretty. What do you think? So we got that and that done. And just because it's habit, I'm going to use this paper. And I don't want to get ink on the glass mat while I'm working here, because I'll get it all over my white card base. If I wasn't doing this, I probably would just... I really like to do this on the edges of something. You know, when it's, especially when it's white, it takes away such the white brightness of it. So it's not so bright. But there's that. I better close this ink. I'm going to get in trouble. So that can go right here on dimensionals. You know, I think I am going to put some greenery on this with the bow punch. It coordinates with another stamp set in the annual catalog that Rachel Tessman worked on. When you reach 1 million in sales with Stampin' Up, you get to design your own stamp set. That's one of the many bonuses. Stampin' Up has a lot of wonderful things they do for their people. Because they give us lots of training, even though I'm kind of inept at training. But the bow punch. Oh my, where'd that go? There it is, way over there. Okay. So, this punch coordinates. And I think I'm going to get some shaded spruce here, some scrap of that, and we'll put some of that under that. I'll use this piece. Ooh, and I could do like some gold on there too with that gold paper that I've been using. We'll do this cockeyed that way, that I'll be able to get both of them in. There we go. We'll do that. And gold paper. Where is that gold paper? It is just so pretty. I thought I had some left. We shall see. Oh, I wonder where, oh, there it is. It's underneath all this. I have really got to clean this up. It's, crafting is a disaster. Let's see. So this gold paper, it is the Distress Gold. It's in the annual catalog. It's very pretty. Very pretty. I'm going to do that one. And do this one. Maybe we'll do a couple of those since we have more room. Won't hurt, right? A little more. Who doesn't love a lot of gold added on? So, I'm kind of wondering if I should like layer those like that. Well, this video is going to take a little longer for you to watch, huh? Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to use glue dots for that. Yep. Let's see. So I'm just going to put some right there. And I'm going to lay that on top like that. And we can fit that in like that maybe. Yeah. A little bit of glue, a little dab of glue. And just creating on the fly. Right there. Like that. There's that. And then a couple down here. How about that? We'll do these two. Do the same thing. I don't recommend this fuzzy ribbon, but that's what I had when I did this for trying to keep my ribbon from going crazy. So I'm just going to roll this a little bit and then take it, because this is smaller. And I'll just put it like right there and attach this. Wow, and there you go. A little bit of glue. And I think that will be our front. And plus we can use some embellishments on there too. That looks pretty nice. What do you think about that? That worked. Okay, so there's our front inside panels. So we need our white that is 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside. So we are going to try playing with this new stamp set. So I guess we use this body. We don't need that. We'll take that off, clean it. Take that off. Put that back. And put this on. So we'll use some shaded spruce. And we'll see how we line this up. This is the first time for using it, and so they don't always want to adhere really well. Somebody had suggested if you're having a challenging time, put your stamp before you put it in ink, put it on Versamark. Stamp it in that and then stamp it in the ink, and you will get a better impression. So I just thought that was pretty amazing. I think this is the stamp that you're supposed to use with that. The one that I used just the little one for, that little bloom. I think it's supposed to go there. Is that correct? I think like this. Yeah. Is that correct? Oh, not bad. Not bad. Need a little more practice, but not bad. Okay, let's get this on. And any kind of red stamp is going to stain your stamps. You're not going to get away from it. That's just how it is. So that just shows I've used it. We know it's used. And do I want to do I really appreciate you, or you're in my thoughts? Maybe you're in my thoughts. Let's put hello there back. And we'll clean this up. I like this stamp set. I like the how the script is on it. That's I really appreciate you. This one's in You're in My Thoughts. So we'll do that. And we'll do that with black. Is that good? I hope this is straight. Getting it straight with this mat. You're in my thoughts. I tried, I bought the stamp pad that's uninked. It's meant for putting the craft white ink in it. Because I wanted to see, I'd seen some other demonstrators who were doing that with the black memento. That it might be a little bit better. So I've done that. I don't even know if I got enough ink in it, so we're going to try it again, actually. I'll just do the hello there. Because I'm kind of curious. I did this Saturday, I think. I inked it up. Ooh. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot different. A lot different than having it in that ink. But this pad is a harder pad. This is a foam pad. And I think that it makes it a lot thicker. So that could be a problem, like too much ink. I'm not sure. The verdict's still out for me yet. I just got it. So I just did this. I just added the black to it. So we just have to think about that a little bit. And just trying to clean this off really good. So now you know you can do that. I mean, it's a little bit added expense because you've got to buy another pad, and I recommend getting a refill because it does take probably half the bottle to do that. So anyways, that is done. So we can put, oh, I was going to also do some green ink on the inside of this, but I might have some residual. So it's really important not to get ink on your fingers, or if you do, make sure you clean them off, because look, I'm touching this paper, and if I had ink on there, I probably would have just gotten it all over that, which 50% of the time I do have ink on my fingers. There we go. And that goes in there. I think this is just a cherry card. Love it. So what do you think? I think that's a pretty card. What do I want to put on it? Do I want to put the gold butterflies? Ooh, those would be pretty. I need to buy more of these. These are really pretty embellishments, and they're flat, so that's also nice. There's a big one. And a couple small ones. What do you think? That's a pretty little card. So I'll be putting all the information in the comments now that I have these ready to post, and I hope you enjoy them and you can make them. So I will see you later. Bye.